What is one of the most significant and important things that you can do as a business owner, a brander, or someone that works in the world of marketing? That is taking a critical look at the advertising and the marketing that we're consuming on a daily basis. The better job that you can do at looking critically at the things that you're coming into contact with, the more capable you're going to be, the more tools you're going to have in your toolbox, and the better you'll be able to execute on what you need to do to really take your business efforts to the next level. So today we are going to be doing a deep dive listing analysis on a TikTok viral product, and we're going to be talking about Tower 28's mascara. Now, this is not meant in any way whatsoever to shame Tower 28. This is coming from a place of love. I'm super excited by this brand and what they've been doing over the last few years, both as a customer and as a marketer. And I am saying all of this because I think they have immense untapped potential that they would be able to quickly and easily apply to Amazon to be able to achieve even more fantastic results. So if this sounds interesting to you, if you want to dig in and see what kind of opportunities await Tower 28 that you can then apply to your own business, let's go ahead and dive in. Hello, my name is Emma Shermer-Tamir. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Marketing by Emma, and we specialize in helping e-commerce brands really connect with and convert their dream customers through e-commerce copywriting. So we help create product pages and Amazon listings and websites that communicate who you are so that customers can get excited to buy from you. We worked with over 1,500 businesses from all over the world, and I am also very much an online shopper myself. So between those two things, I have a lot of experience and knowledge when it comes to thinking critically about how to be successful online. And so today I wanted to talk about Tower 28 and what I see as some quick wins and big opportunities that they have specifically on Amazon. But before we get into Amazon, I thought it would be helpful to get a sense of who they are and see what kind of awesome things they are doing outside of the world of Amazon, because I think that's really where, in this particular case, there is such significant potential. So if we are first to go to the Tower 28 website, we see a really beautiful, clean aesthetic. We're starting to get a sense of who this brand is. It feels very youthful. It feels very fresh. You can see that all of their makeup is more minimalist. It's not really meant to appear like you're wearing much makeup. Very dewy, fresh-faced, and young are some of the words that come immediately to mind. Their packaging also gives a real sense of sort of fun as well. And that's just continued on as we're scrolling through. Now we're getting to their clean mascara that keeps selling out, TikTok viral. We have the Allure Best of Beauty 2023 badge. So we're getting a lot of social proof that they are doing something right. And this is why I'm saying all of this, is because they are set up, they are positioned in a way that they could really be capitalizing this across all of the places that they're selling online. And they're clearly doing a fantastic job of that on their website. So when we click into the specific mascara product page itself, you can see it has amazing reviews. We have some really cute pictures, before and afters, as well as talking about their innovative wand design. They're using some little emojis here, which I'm not always a fan of when it comes to brands using emoji in their content, but I think given their target demographic and how they've positioned themselves, it makes sense. So I'm not going to get on their case about that. They're talking about the fact that they have this earth-sensitive pledge. They use post-consumer recycled plastic. So they have this sustainable and I believe recyclable packaging, which is pretty awesome. They have reviews. They're talking about a variety of their different benefits, no smudging or flaking. Obviously a really significant thing and a reason why a lot of people are going to like it. Now, interestingly, they're also showing this on a more mature person. So even though their website feels very youthful, they're not wanting to necessarily leave out a key opportunity here to sell to a wider range of people. Amped up lashes, infinitely buildable. One thing that's interesting is I believe this would be defined more as a tubing type of mascara, but they're not really saying that anywhere here. And I'm not sure what their reason is for saying that, but I suppose they have a good one and I'm not privy to that. So we've looked at their website. Now let's take a look at Sephora, and you can see we have some more great images here. We actually have a little video. I believe this is a TikTok video, probably one of the videos that contributed to them going viral. We have more of those before and afters, a bunch of great photos that show the product in action that are calling out some of the key benefits, although I do think they could do a slightly better job of having these photos sort of emphasize some of the key benefits in a more impactful way. So that is their product page on Sephora. And then also, if you go to mascaras on Sephora and you filter it by best selling, I was really impressed to see that Tower 28 is up there in the third row. So it has pretty high standing and is beating a lot of really well-known mascaras that have been mainstays for people for many, many years. So that is a pretty significant accomplishment, especially because they are a relatively newer and smaller brand. They don't have a super large catalog and they're not necessarily a household name like some other companies like Lancome or Benefit, Too Faced, companies like that. So they're doing a lot of awesome things. Unfortunately, they are not carrying pretty much any of that over onto Amazon. So on Amazon, they're only using On Amazon, they're only using 6 photos. They're mostly before and after photos, which are not terrible, but they have some of these other great images that really communicate more about who their brand is. And so it's would be such a quick and easy thing, especially since they already have those assets to upload them here. Their photo text is okay, but it's not very mobile friendly, and they're missing out. Again, just as I mentioned on Sephora, they're really missing out on an opportunity to have some of their benefit call outs and highlights to show off this brand and this product to its full potential. Looking at their bullets, you wouldn't even think that this is the same company. You wouldn't think that this is the fun, playful, innovative, clean beauty company that you see on Sephora and their own website. It's really lacking any energy or personality. It's leaving out some details that seem to be pretty significant to the product. And if they're there, then they're not very easily buildable. For example, on their website, one of their most significant call outs is the fact that there is no smudging and flaking. So this is clearly a very important aspect of the formula. I don't see that anywhere in the bullets at all. There's no mention of the fact that the tube is made from post-consumer recycled plastic, and just not much of anything here. So big opportunity to really amp things up in the bullets section. Then we get to the brand story. Oh, so much room for improvement. It's great that the brand story is there. However, there's really nothing there. There are just a few images. So it's another area, I'm sure they have this content that's already at least a starting point that they could bring onto Amazon, but quickly being able to communicate who they are as a brand, what their mission is, why they started, what they're doing, as well as being able to cross-sell the other products in their catalog. That's one of the great things about the brand story module, is that it is clickable in that way. You almost get the impression that what they have here is clickable, but sadly it is not. And then no A+ content. We just have a really haphazard product description here that's not telling us much of anything. Now we do get as the very last sentence that the tube is made from 78% post-consumer recycled resin. So it is telling us that, but we had to go all the way to the bottom of the product description. The reality is that nobody's going to make that kind of effort to find that. I'm seeing some other details that would probably be important to include in the bullets or in the images. Obviously, there's no A+ content to be able to call that out, but the fact that this it has a memory hold to define the curl, touchably soft, humidity proof, some interesting call outs here that they could definitely do a better job of. You see, even though they're one of the top selling mascaras on Sephora, they're number 170 in mascara on Amazon. So a lot of room to move up the ranks there, minimal reviews as well. So let's take a look how they're performing on the SEO side of things. I ran a reverse ASIN search with Helium 10's Cerebro tool, and what we're seeing here is that they are really ranking for very few keywords. It doesn't look like they're running any kind of paid ads as well, which is pretty shocking. And I just, for comparison's sake, I ran another more smaller brand that has a very similar type of product, Thrive Cosmetics. They have a very popular viral mascara, and they were ranking organically for more than double these keywords. So it's very possible, with a better strategy and really being thoughtful about how to weave the SEO strategy in with also really representing the brand in a more cohesive way, I imagine that they could do quite well. So if we're just scrolling through here, we know that it's a lengthening mascara. We know that it's a volumizing mascara. It's not even like here, volume mascara. It's not ranking for that. It's not ranking for natural mascara. For tubing mascara black or volumizing mascara, it's ranking pretty low for those. And again, this is a viral sensation. It should already have some of that external traffic that's probably driving to Amazon. If they're seeing a video, maybe they're wanting to do a little bit of research, they find that product page and then they get to it and it's wah, wah. So some really great opportunities. And the last point isn't just about selling more, but about really making sure that there is that consistency and cohesive experience for the brand, so that whether somebody is engaging with the brand on social media or on their website or on Sephora or on Amazon or wherever else the brand may be, it's so important to make sure that customers are getting that same experience that's going to help build brand trust, brand recognition, and a relationship, rather than having that inconsistent, uncohesive experience, which can be confusing, jarring, can even make people lose trust. So they've put so much effort into figuring out who they are, and now it's really just a matter of showing up and bringing that to the specific platform of Amazon. So I'm rooting for you, Tower 28. I know you can do this. I hope that you all found this interesting, and if you did, or if you didn't, I would love it if you'd subscribe, like this video, give it a comment. Let me know if you like this style of video and you would like to see more videos like this. Again, it's so helpful to be able to develop that critical thinking skill so that you can not only know where your areas of opportunity are in comparison to your competitors, but also just expand that toolkit and have more techniques and things that you can use to bring to whatever efforts you are making. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.